He answered, when he that made me whole, the same said unto me, take up the bed and walk.
Amen. Thank you, Mother. Sabbath Sister Campbell and boys. Probably this episode is familiar, the fall of Bethesda. Basically, it was a story over there about this fall. Every year, they said, I don't want to say this is true, and they said every year it was an angel coming down and making something like a noise there, and who supposed to go into that water first, supposed to be healed, or something supposed to happen with him, miracles. And this man, which Jesus said, take up the bed and walk, he was one of that men, a disabled man, who was waiting for years. This man is representing someone, yeah, is representing us. And the Paul can represent it, our desires or our targets, whatever it is, and always we're looking, and basically this man, he could not jump into the pool because he was disabled, and he didn't have anyone to come and help him to go into that pool. And sometimes this is how in our situation we're waiting for someone to come and push us to the pool, and our things to be happen and resolved. But in this episode, it said something else. When Jesus has came here, he wants to show not only to the man but only to us something as well. If you go in a little bit deeper into the story, you'll understand better, because one thing, that one was only a myth. Yeah, that Paul wasn't any miracles inside. The angel didn't come over there to do anything miracles. Yeah, and in Orthodox Church we have we have kind of a special monastery where people are going, for example, for healing and blah blah blah, and they're going for years for taking the demons. But we know that is a show. It's a show where people are just pretending they have demons which are paid, and nothing happens over there. And it's a business. It's a business, and same thing happened over there. They create this story. The Jewish people create this story and trying to give a hope to these people who went to the pole and waiting for these things to happen, because no one wasn't healed there. But Jesus has approached to this man who had the desire to be healed. No one could not help him, and no one could not tell him what he could do. And he came in these scenarios where he had a hope on that pole, like us. Always, we have something. If we'll do that, our life will change. If we'll do that, I will be a better person. I will be a better Christian. But because no one cannot push it us, or no one cannot help us, we stay and we're just watching the pole. Where other people jumping, nothing happened with them. Because that pole is just the imagination in our mind. And and Jesus came to that man and didn't say anything about that pole. Look, you miss your target. Not the police can make you heal. Something else. And tell him simple words. Take up of your bed and walk. Take up on your bed and walk. Uh, yeah, the problem in the story looks like was the bed. Take your bed and walk. This is only what he had, the bed itself. Uh, the bed can be our obstacles in our life. And always we said, no, no, no. I'm sitting in the bed and I cannot talk. I cannot worship. I cannot pray. I cannot work. Some of the people said, cannot go to work. I was watching a program in Romania, which people was staying for social for many years. And when the council trying to invite them to come and ask them to go to work, trying to bring some employers over there to give some work for them. They said, no, 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 I don't want to work. I would prefer to be like that. And it was a good fit man, which was being interviewed. I said, it's my decision whenever I want to work. And I know in this country we have same people as well, very fit people who are staying at home and claiming benefits. And sometimes this is what always is happens. Sometimes somebody needs to come and awaken us, like Jesus. He said, your problem is that bed, what you stay in for many years. You need to take it and walk. You need to start a new life now. The bed can symbolize many things. I said to you, can be symbolize any other obstacle what you can have it. Because you just rely on it. And a part of that bed, you don't see anything. It wasn't a bed basically, it was just a rug over there. This is what they calling it. Was just like a kind of little mattress where you rolling. It wasn't kind of proper bed, yeah, with the pillows and all of that. It was kind of a rug, yeah. But yeah, the translation in Hebraic, a word can mean more things, and translation of it just translated like that. But he was sleeping on that mat or rug, whatever it was. He was most of the time he was spending on it, and this was only his possession. Yeah, this is only he had, the bed. And this is why I said to you, like in this story, when this man is looking to the pole and waiting for somebody, probably one day waiting for that event to happen where somebody will mix the water, an angel will start coming mixing the water, and this is supposed to be the event, and somebody to come and help pushing him into the water. And he was waiting for many years. And these two things always was on his mind, always was on his head. This is only hope what I have. But the problem was underneath of his. It was the bed. The bed, I said to you, can symbolize everything. And always we're trying to put our obstacle first. Always we put our obstacle first. And always we said, no, I cannot be better. I cannot be a choir leader. I cannot be an elder. I cannot be a personal minister because I don't have these abilities. But that means you rely on your bed. I'm talking about as a church, and church things. Same thing when you're outside as well. Said, I cannot count the money. I cannot work in this kind of direction. No, because we just going in only in our square, and we don't want to see after that square. But sometimes Jesus needs to come in your life and say to you, you know what? You need to take your comfort and walk from that place. because you spend too much time in that situation. And if you're not doing that, you will spend all of your rest of your life. And this is probably, some of us had this kind of experience when Jesus came in our life and said, no, you need to stop your life journey where you've gone to that direction, and you need to change your lifestyle. With me, walk. If not, you're staying on that bed, on that roof, on that square, in that comfort, rest of your life. Look like this man has been listening the instruction of Jesus. He took his bed and he started walking. I know it was miraculous healing from the Jesus side as well, because when you're doing first step, Jesus promised he'll do another 10 for you. First thing, you need to trust in Jesus. You need to trust in his word. You need to trust him. He will come and help you in that situation. But if you're trying to rely on somebody or on yourself, you never will receive. You need to come to Jesus and asking him to help you in that situation where you are. Because no one doesn't care about you as Jesus is. No one doesn't helping you out as Jesus is doing this. And miracles in this world is just myths. The only miracle is when Jesus is coming in your life and transform your life in how it was. Today, in this morning, we like to understand how we can rely on Jesus and what was happening in that man's life. This can happen on ourselves. I said to you, that situation, that disability can be something else. Jesus always has been trying to give only some little things where we can dissolve our mind. That story is not only relating for that man, it's relating for us as well, which we need to understand. We're not disabled physically, but we're disabled mental, emotional, whatever health, whatever situation we are. But Jesus wants to do the same thing with you, how he done with that man. He wants to come and help you out to get to that comfort and have a different life. A life where you never experienced. A life where you just heard about it. A life where will be honey and milk, how Jesus said. But you need to do the first step. You need to stand and walk. May God helping us to listen to Jesus' instruction. And when he will ask us to stand and walk, this is to do. Amen.